When I saw the demo for StreamWork and I saw that you could directly push those statuses from StreamWork into Asana, it was what I've been waiting for this whole time. I'm Kelly Perry. I am a creative operations consultant and Asana services partner. I work with the marketing and creative teams for startups and corporations to help them optimize their workflow. Typically, creative teams of all sizes struggle with revisions and feedback on their creative assets. It's where a lot of bottlenecks happen in the creative production process, and I see a lot of marketing teams struggling to deliver their final assets to market because the reviews process often takes several rounds. The feedback gets lost, and it's really risky because you run the risk of the wrong asset being delivered as the final version. Asana is a great tool for creative and marketing teams to manage their creative operations process, but it really is a challenge to get and deliver feedback within Asana organically. In addition, there's no way to really clearly see past versions without downloading an old one and bringing them up separately. Even if we were using an external tool like Dropbox or Frame.io, there was no way to integrate that directly into Asana. So the person would leave the platform to leave their feedback and then have to return to Asana to then either reassign the task or update the status. There was no connective point from the platform directly into Asana. StreamWork was the first platform that fully integrated with Asana and solved all of the issues. I recently had a client that was launching a brand new product, and it was a really high pressure launch. That launch had about 450 assets that needed to go live. Typically, we would have seen hundreds of comments come through across all of the different versions, but with StreamWork integrated into their Asana allowed us to see all of the assets related to that campaign in one place and move through the approvals really quickly. The first time that we had an asset go from pre-production to published with one comment in Asana was the moment that I knew that this was the correct product for the organization. Previously, the automations that I would build to support these creative teams would still be pretty complex and would have a high risk of breakage. Being able to leverage the statuses from StreamWork to fuel a lot of these automations has allowed us to decrease the complexity and also improve the overall maintenance of our automations within Asana. I think with any new process, there comes a fear of what's going to happen with the system. Because it was so easy to integrate all of the custom fields from StreamWork into Asana, it was relatively painless. The designers didn't really know that much was happening behind the scenes because all they had to do was log into the platform and upload the new assets. The integration of StreamWork into the process has really decreased the amount of time for revisions. So instead of each person trying to make sense of a bunch of disparate pieces of information across Slack, email, and comments, it's all in one central place. Beyond decreasing the frustration around the overall process was having access to prior rounds of feedback and really being able to quantify how many versions were distributed before final approval. For designers, it really helps to have one central place to view all the feedback so they can make sure that their next version meets the expectation of the stakeholder. And for the reviewers, it really decreases the amount of lift that they need for the approvals process and just focus on getting it in, getting the feedback, or approving the asset. It's hard to quantify the amount of time you save by not having to go back and read through all of this prior context. At least 5-10 minutes per version would be spent just combing through the historical information. It's been really great to be able to provide product feedback to the StreamWork team and feel heard. We'll be able to provide them with a specific pain point or a use case that might just be really unique to the client that I'm working with. And they've been really receptive to either pushing new features or helping us find a creative workaround. Every creative team and marketing team has a different way of operating, so having that one-to-one support has been really helpful. I just think that every creative team should be using StreamWork if they're using Asana. It helps the project managers, it helps the designers, and it helps all the stakeholders involved.